All right, so I'm going to be recording this. I'm going to show you the syllabus, just give you an idea where we're going. And then what I do is I put the recording up to my YouTube channel, and then that lets you see that I have a bunch of crazy videos in my YouTube channel. And then, but it's an easy way that it's always there, no matter where you are. And it's a very reliable platform. So let's take a look at we'll go take a look here. We'll get to the, okay. So we'll go to, there's electronic syllabus. This is section 2, right? So okay. Okay. Section 2, I'm downloading it into the class. And there it is. And then I'll upload it onto Blackboard. Let's just go there and do it. So we have, so that you can know that the syllabus is there. This usually happens automatically, but it hasn't happened fast enough. Okay, so it is there if you want to download it and take a look. Yes, and please, on a WhatsApp group, sorry, I just opened the chat window. On WhatsApp group, please send me an invitation as well. And then once I'm on it, please make me one of the administrators. Okay, there we go. A little bit more so I can see everybody. All right, so okay, so we will zoom in a little. So that's this class. For now, we're online. I don't know when we're going to get back on campus. I'm guessing it's going to depend on when things get better. I have my office hours are on here. I have Monday, Wednesday, 9 to 11 in the morning. And then I have Tuesday, Thursday, and that is between my classes and before the common break. I really want to be back on campus, but we'll see what happens. There are a few things that are good about being online, but for creative activities, it's nice to be in a space with other people. We've got a bit of a calendar so you can follow. If we look at the calendar, thing to remember is spring break is from the 28th of March to the 8th of April. Ramadan starts around, okay, the 2nd of April. So Ramadan will be starting right at the end of the first week of spring break. So second week of spring break is first week of Ramadan. And then we will get in the last month of the class essentially is in Ramadan. So the classes will be shorter. we will be using that time most likely to do a lot of work on your final campaign. It's 40% of the grade. It is the common assessment, and it's a large thing that you're going to do as a group. And so even though there's things on there, I'll try to cover those before we get there, but it won't be super long on lectures. Then right before the last week of class, we'll have the small, there's the 3-day Eid holiday that's going to happen at the end of Ramadan. So so we'll have in the week of the 3rd of May, we will have one class, and then the week of the 10th of May, we'll have one class. So that's what we'll be working toward. So kind of put that on your calendar if you don't know, and then finals will be in regular time. All right, so let's take a look here. All right, you will have, there's 4 things you are responsible for in terms of getting a mark. And those 4 things are a creative individual project, which is an advertising poster. Going to show you an example in a minute. The advertising poster is going to be a little bit different than I've done in the past. I will show you examples, but what we're going to do is all 3 of these 2 projects are going to help you with a 3rd project. So we are going to start with groups from the beginning. I'm going to tell you about those groups on Thursday and tell you who's in what group. So you as a group, and we'll start working on this on Thursday, will be thinking about a client. Now, your client will need to be a local business, and I'm giving you 2 choices. And the first one I've done previously. I did a couple semesters where it's the only thing I let people do, and that's burger places, because there are a lot of local burger places. Okay, and there's a lot of different interesting ideas related to burgers. The UAE may be the only place I've seen that's more interested in burgers than Southern California, where most of the big franchises were invented, except for Five Guys, and I do like Five Guys. But you guys love burgers as much as I grew up liking burgers in Southern California. So we hold that in common. And there's a lot of different creative approaches. And with all the food trucks, food trailers, the big parking places, I mean, that has totally exploded. You'll find, I'm just going to call them food trucks, even if they're not trucks. You'll find food trucks in Adnox now. The one in actually Al Forsan, right there at Kalige. That one has Huff and Puff burger place, and that's not in a food truck, but it's in a separate building from the main part of the Adnoc. So so the second type of business is monstrously popular here for local businesses, and that's coffee shops. Y'all are coffee shop crazy. But what I'm excluding from either one of those categories is no giant international brands. So that means no McDonald's. That means no Burger King. That means no Starbucks. I mean, once again, at the one at Forsan, at the Adnoc, there's always a line because it's a drive-up Starbucks. But there's Starbucks everywhere. And Starbucks is either based on its reputation or the fact that it is everywhere. For the most part, what you can only find Burger Kings and You only find Burger Kings and McDonald's in ADNOC stations as well. But the other burger places, the other coffee shops are showing up in a lot of different places. Now, by using something local, you're going to be able to connect, I think, with those people, and you'll be able to ask them if it's okay, if you can take pictures there, and there's going to be reasons for that, and you can build what you're doing on that. So I'm going to tell you on Thursday what your groups are. So you need to personally, individually be thinking about who you might want to advertise for. And then when you have your groups, you can come together in your group and you can decide who your client is. That means all your effort toward a client is going to be completely consistent, is going from the projects, the assignments, to the class activities. Everything will be focused on that client, that we're going to try our best for you to propose a few on Thursday, and then by the following Tuesday, you'll finalize who that client is. Now, nothing's ever absolutely final, but what you want to do is focus your work that way. So the advertising poster, as it says, it's a creative individual project. The members of your group will all be creating an individual poster, but you will be working for the same client. You can't produce the same thing. You need to produce an individual creative idea, and I'll be talking more about that. But let me go back into the past for a minute and show you. We'll just do the desktop, and I will show you. Okay. There's teaching materials. I'm just curious. Okay. There they are. So, okay. So I've got a bunch of these. Some of these are from just recently. Okay. Oh, okay. Now I'm remembering. So the most recent, and we'll just start. This one's kind of fun. What we used to do, what I always had the poster projects were, okay, that's one's going to zoom, so that's not going to work. Okay, it was tourism oriented, but now we're going to focus on this client, so I think it'll work nicely. And it would be a photograph from your travels around the world, and then you would work with the fonts, with the typography and the design, and you would take that picture from there. We will talk more about it. This is meant to be photographically based, so that is going to be where we are on that. So this is in Austria, Swarovski Museum, kind of a fun picture of something that's there. This is one, okay, Dubai. I've now had a couple of posters from this point of view. I need to go to this place. It looks pretty cool. I'm back. Is everybody here?
Yes, Professor.
Okay, sorry. And if, okay. Yeah, this is weird. These guys are all zooming. Okay. Oh, it's because it's PDF. All right. So this gives you the idea. And I'm going to show you a few more poster examples. But what I also want to show you is that in addition to doing a poster, and this one looks less so, you're also going to revise it and shrink it and change how you organize the elements to make an Instagram post. So we have fake there's a way to do fake Instagrams, etc. And so you will be creating a poster, and then you will take the same imagery and ideas in that poster, and then you'll shrink it down for a social post. Okay, and sorry, I need to get this in a place where I can manipulate it. And I tell you what, it'll be better if I just get everything closed up so that it's not distracting. Okay. All right, so, oh shoot, I need my desktop back. Oh yeah, look at all those windows. Okay, posters previous, there we are. Okay, that one, let's just change it. There we go. Now you get the idea. So you'll be generating the pretend Instagram post, but just to give you an idea, part of it is to discover and to build on interesting photographs. But since we're going to have local places, you'll be able to think about what kind of pictures you want to take. Now, you can decide on your different pictures as a group, but you are going to formulate an individual idea for your poster. So this is one, this actually involved a whole lot of Photoshop, and we worked on it. I like to help you on this stuff. I am very experienced in Photoshop and in Illustrator, and I'm going to try to do some refreshers for you. Also on my YouTube page, I've done for different classes a whole bunch of times my own tutorials. So if you don't mind my style of presentation, and if you love this background, you can go through some of those and see how to do the techniques that are directly related to some of the things we're doing. And I'll be giving you those things. So this one, okay. Sorry, Burj Khalifa is so difficult to do. This is one of the better photographs. It's a tough one to do photographically. Okay, so there's the, okay, here's the, if I reopen it, no, that's what it is. So that's taking it to the Instagram. If we go up, you can see in the poster version, which is going to be A3, which is fairly large, you're going to have all your typography and everything on it. When we go to Instagram, then the image is going to take front and center on the post part, and then you have spaces down at the bottom to do your text and those sort of things. So the design needs to all be there. So that goes with, you can see that's different, but it's based on the same image. Actually, the original of that image was the horse was on a rope. You can see, if you're horse aware, you can see a little bit that it might have been hooked there, but that's where the horse was on the rope going in a circle. So this is one that's, there you go, Al Forsan, first person, very nice, really nice around the edges. That might have been a design student. This is a favorite of mine. So there it is. That's actually two pictures composited together from out in the West, out in the quarter. So I like that one a lot. And then here's the other one I was talking about with the skyline there from a similar position that the photograph was made from. we'll talk about the positives and the negatives. And okay, then we'll go here. This is one actually I like quite a bit. And what it was a fairly simple photograph. It was a fairly straightforward sunset, and then found a way to make it more visually interesting by putting in the frame. And so that's pretty fun. I like it. And then also this one has, whoops, okay. This one also has, there's the Instagram. So you get the idea. I'm gonna kind of stop showing you the Instagrams. This one is perhaps not quite as awesome, but there's a lot of color in the sky. But this one's nice for its design and using some elements to sort of zoom up the picture that's very dark in the front, etc. And then this was also an interesting one that, working with the student, working with Shama, we worked out a way to make it kind of interesting and to have a nice tagline. You will also be writing a tagline, a slogan to go with your image. So the idea is, if everybody in your group does something with all their effort individually, then it's going to help you come up with these same elements as a group, because you'll have that collection of good ideas to work with. This is absolutely one of my favorites. It's horizontal, different, but it's just the photograph itself. And I love the idea that at the Louvre, they have a lifeguard. I don't know, Abu Dhabi's Global Museum and its lifeguard. Yeah, that should be are waiting for you. And it's just, the design is really nice. And you definitely notice the lifeguard because he's in a lot of color, and everything about the Louvre is really very black and white. And even when you're on the inside, it's just very interesting in that way. So there's sorry. Whoa. Okay, sorry. Then there's the Instagram up above it. Here's another one. Here's another one. Okay. The typography and stuff aren't that great, but this is just such a great photograph. I mean, when you think about how many camel pictures you see, you don't see a lot like this one, where it's not like that exotic thing. It's like a wonderful animal. And, part of the family important thing. It's actually interesting that way. So there's the Instagram. So you get a fuller view. And it's nice because in the Instagram, the picture just stands out all on its own. This one less, so I'm going to blow past it. Here's another one outside of the Louvre. I use the Louvre to demonstrate, so it seems to end up in a lot of images. And this one's got some nice fonts on it, some good use of the logos. And then it's using the slogan they have. So that's good because it is, but it's got an additional one just for the poster Walk to the Light. And there it is in Instagram. And here's even Swayhan, which just as a photo, not terribly exciting, but an interesting way to shoot a sunset. And it actually tells you a lot about the place. And so there it is on the Instagram. Would have been nice if it could have gotten more of the sunset in there. So then we'll go to something, the summer. This is absolutely one of my favorites. You can see there the Instagram, but I love this one in terms of the yellow and the blue and the design and the way the elements work and just the original photograph itself, the use of the logos, the balance, it's just really great. So, And it's actually difficult to photograph Burj Khalifa in a way you don't really expect it, seeing it from D3 in the design center. So, and the yellow just really pops against the beautiful sort of pale blue of the sky and those things. I will be posting these. Actually, let me just do it because this is not doing them proper credit. And now I can make it smaller. Yeah. Okay, so I can make this even smaller. Come on, man. There it is. Okay. So there you get the feeling for it as a poster, as if it was a page in a magazine. Good font choice, a whole bunch of things. Then this is from LA, and some nice font uses and things like that. Working with a picture that's not exactly the right shape. Here's one. This is one from Venice. And just there's a lot of different design choices we can make, and we'll work through some of those. Okay, a picture as simple as that, and you can look closer. I like this one very much. There are issues with all of these. I recently took this picture for myself, essentially found the place. And so these are examples of those posters. And they all have interesting elements and some different choices that have been made. And I really do like this one, but I can even tell you some of the issues I have with it as well. And it has to be another Louvre, and the Louvre at night, which is pretty stunning. But, whoops, so I'm just gonna, yeah, let's close all of those. And then I'll go to let's just take a quick look at the older ones. Let me see if I can do it. No, I can't. So we're just going to go with this. So that's an old one, a Ferrari World taken out of an airplane, etc. So it's just showing you a lot of different kind of pictures. This one has flaws, but and I didn't used to do the Instagram, but this one has flaws. But I think it's a really interesting way to connect it with something people understand, and it gets a whole lot of pictures. So a poster can be more than one, those sorts of things. And there it is again, the Louvre. Actually, the Louvre seems to show up more than the mosque. This is one that's kind of a very different approach that I do like. We've got the bridge. There's the mosque, pretty straight up. And the mosque is, I'm very sure, the most photographed building in Abu Dhabi. So there's some nice, actually some nice images. And that one's at night. And then this one's pretty unique. I liked it with the falcon. It was actually a male student, and he was a falconer. And then this, so there's lots of things that could be included. And even Fujairah out on the water. Okay, so that's giving you a really quick introduction to the advertising poster. Then the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to take a small break right now. Just give me a minute. I'll be back. I need to do something here quickly, but I'm going to mute me for a minute and All right, I'm back. Looks like, yeah. Everybody's still here. Okay, so that's going to be the advertising poster. Now, the next thing you're going to do is, okay, and that is not due, you'll see, until the 24th of February. So that is a lot more than a month. We have about 6 weeks. So I want to have enough time. Yeah, it's just under 6 weeks. I want to have a lot of time to work through some of the Photoshop and Illustrator stuff, because I think, unfortunately, in this day and age, creativity is connected with your ability to use the tools. So I'm going to teach you how to use the tools. I'm not going to send you away. I'm going to tell you about other videos, and I'm going to tell you about, but I do have the ability to work in these programs, and I will show you how they work. So if you do know, that is great, and you can be a great help to your fellow students in this class, and we'll have time to come together and be here and work collectively on some activities where you get to test out your skills and your understanding. And if there's more than just me who knows how to work in these programs, that's fantastic. And like I said, on my YouTube site, there's a bunch of videos that I've made. I'm not sure I have a future in that, but I'd have to improve. But second project you're going to do is going to be due in the week before spring break, and it's going to be at right around a month after your poster. So this one is going to be an animatic. So you're going to be doing actually more than just approaches in animatic, but I'm going to talk about the kinds of approaches you can do to advertising. And so this first part is I'm going to ask you to have some ideas built on 3 of those approaches. And so you're going to have your ideas. Then you are going to choose one approach. You are going to identify an audience. And I've got some kind of cool visual ways to do that, okay? And then you're going to create an animatic. Now, I'm here, let me pop up my chat. I'm curious to know, is there anybody who, so you could just raise your hand, but is there anybody who has any idea what I'm talking about when I say an animatic? It's a word more commonly associated with animation, but it's something that we're going to do as a planning device to enable us to be more creative with our ideas. So I don't see that anybody has done it, either in chat or holding up hands. But it starts with, one of the key planning things is a storyboard. So not knowing how much you know about storyboards either, let's go into, okay. Okay. No. Let's go. Okay, so here is just for you to have an example of a storyboard, which is a Disney storyboard. So before you make something move, is to come up with the key frames, the key shots. Now, this is also built for an animation, but you do the exact same thing for live action sorts of images. So in this one, you can see it, you can see the motion, it doesn't have anything in between. And then you can sort of see the joke and you see if the joke works. And actually it kind of does. So it's a very simple idea, but it's storyboarded out. It's not at the same level of professionalism of other things. A storyboard does not have to be perfect. There are people who make their living making storyboards. So there are storyboard artists, and very big budget movies, anything that's highly planned, advertising, videos of any kind are storyboarded to pitch to clients, etc. But we're going to start at storyboard. We're going to take it one step further. This is just showing you one, if you know the animated film Jungle Book, the Disney film. This is a scene that lots of people are familiar with. So it shows how the ideas of the moments and the script happen. I will talk to you more about what's involved in a storyboard. But then also, I mean, if we look at, okay, because even if we go to this, which is for live action, which is planning, and then this shows, these are all drawings of what happened. This is actually from The Walking Dead, of what happens in a scene, and we structure the scene together, and then other things of what happens. So now I'm going to have you take that a step further, and that is to create an animatic. So I'm going to show you a very simple one first. This is a student animatic. So what happens is we take the simple images, in this case drawings. Okay, we take the simple images we make, in this case drawings, but I'm also inviting you to maybe use still photography. We bring them in to Premiere and we build out a video. Yes, Sarah. I see the hand, Sarah. Is there a question? No?
If it's drawing?
Huh? I'm going to show you drawings, and I'm going to show you actually even a pretty primitive one. Okay. So this is not about how perfect and beautiful it is. This is about seeing if the idea works. So you can take these still images, then you record voices. If you're going to put music with it, you can put music with it. If you're going to have sound effects, you put the sound effects with it. So I'm going to show you a couple of these, and you'll see they have different degrees of sort of artistic quality, I suppose. But that's not going to be the key. The key is what's your point, and does the story work? And that's what an animatic's for, because it's supposed to be motion pictures. If I just look at it in stills, I might go, yeah, that has potential. But if I see it moving in front of me, it gives me a better sense. So let me turn up my volume. Okay. And this is a student one. And then actually what's interesting is they did put even an actual tag on it from Coca-Cola commercial. That one's not really great. I can break it down for you, but that's not where we are right now. I'm just trying to give you examples. So let's jump to this Sprite one, which is also a student one.
If you want to achieve better results, make a great impression, and save time at work, you should get Grip.
Okay, so that wouldn't be the real commercial, that would be the animatic. Now that one is far more animated. I don't expect you guys to animate at that level because that takes a lot of drawings or a lot of photos. So we can build it that way. Let me show you one now that hopefully is here. Yeah, it's a little more primitive and gets the point that it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so once again, not completely perfect, but I'm hoping you're getting the idea. Now this next one is one that is actually, well, there's one, what is it I wanted to see here? Actually, I want to put it there. Let me just, okay, whoa. Let's try this one.
Ok, ¿y qué gustaría de tomar?
Coca-Cola, por favor.
Coca-Cola, por favor. Coca-Cola, gracias.
Coca, por favor.
So that's actually a pretty fun one, but it was very simple. Gives you the idea. Okay. Now here's one that's, whoops, not that one. Okay.
Professor,
Yes.
can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So this is going to be for our creative individual project at 15%.
No. This is for the group project. This is the second one.
The second one, okay.
So the first
are we
one
gonna,
is,
like, learn? Are we gonna learn through the course how we can do these kind of animating stuff?
okay, yeah, we're gonna do it in Premiere, and I'm gonna show you some easier ways to do it without the drawing, because like that one didn't have a lot of motion in it. Okay, the one I showed you, the sprite one, is really, I shouldn't have shown it. It's overly animated. I don't anticipate over animation because in Premiere, we can zoom into still pictures. So that's something you can see and do. And maybe I shouldn't show you this one because it's very artistic. Okay, but it's the idea, and none of these have it, but you can do an animatic with photographs. So you could take photographs at these different points, and it doesn't have to be overly animated. But what it needs to do is show the continuity with the sound present. Does that, Mazen, does that help? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Actually, you're right. Like these kind of videos, mashallah, are so too professional, I guess. They're really good. So I was like, how can you do such a thing, you know?
Yeah, this is the first time I've done it. So that means my tolerance level goes very high. Okay.
So, sir, we don't need any it's not an advanced class, right? We're gonna learn everything here.
Yeah. In that sense,
Okay.
It's not. I want you to be thinking and having ideas. No, I don't expect you to know Premiere. I'd like you to know some Photoshop. I'd like you to know some Illustrator, but I don't know if you do. Usually people don't. So I start things at a very basic level. Those posters I showed you are from students in this class. and they have different levels of skill. So it's just whether, you take the time to learn this stuff. And this is about, and the background, it's more about having creative ideas. You don't, because to be honest, if you were in an advertising agency, you're valued more for your creative ideas, because the technical things you can outsource. You can bring somebody in and they can do the actual creative. If you needed somebody who can draw, you'd hire somebody who can draw. As long as you, for me, it's as long as you understand that the process is not easy, so that you can be a part of it. And if you've put your finger into the process, then you could be a better manager of the process and a better creative thinker about it. You see what I mean? So this is not going to make you a storyboard artist. This is not going to make you a Photoshop expert, a Premiere expert, anything else. But you're going to have enough, hopefully, I'm going to be able to get to you enough tools of understanding how those things are built. Okay, so this is my first try at the animatic, because my sense is a lot of times I feel like we've come out of my classes and it's way more still oriented. And let's be honest, videos are big, right? TikTok, video crazy. Instagram, videos are big, stories, and then and IGTV, and then the reels, all those things. That's all video. Okay, people do carousels that involve videos and stills and all sorts of things. I know more about Instagram, and you guys, I'm pretty sure, can teach me about TikTok. But it is about moving pictures, and YouTube's certainly not dead. So that's where videos are going. Used to be, we talked about, oh, this is a TV commercial. What's TV anymore, right? So, but motion pictures, moving pictures are still extremely important, which I think you guys know very, very well. Okay, so let's just watch this one. We'll move on to the next thing. It's 30 seconds, but. So that one actually was really good to show you, because the pictures are virtually still and then they get shaken around, and it just shows you the shot. The pictures are very well drawn, but you could do that photographically set. So hopefully when we get there, we'll get there. You'll be doing that in a group. Okay? So then at the end of class okay, the final thing is, is the common assessment. There's not a lot of description here. And that is a full campaign, talking about your slogan, talking about your audience, talking about your approach, and then doing print executions, video executions, social executions. We'll talk about ambient executions and all sorts of ways to creatively bring the different pieces together. And because you will have been in your groups from the beginning, you will be working together on it, and you will already know where you're headed. So, okay, so that happens. Now, one of the other things that distinguishes my classes, it seems, are class activities. It's 20% of your grade. It can be the difference between what grade you get. Sometimes if you're new to one of my classes, if you're not new to one of my classes, you know that this is a serious thing. If you are new, sometimes people don't take it very seriously because class activities work in a number of ways, okay? One way is like your group and your idea. That will stay open the whole time. So you'll be able to access that whenever, okay? Then there will be class activities directly related to that day's class, okay? And then that could be, I leave it open for a couple hours after class to give you plenty of time to work for it. But once it closes, it closes. Okay, then khalas, it's done. All right. Then sometimes I'll do short things in class that boom, you're there, you do the little activity, and then it closes. So regardless of the reason you might not be here, it's not available anymore. It's gone. Okay, so I need you to understand that. These other things that will stay open will be critique sessions, will be sharing things. Those will stay open so people can comment and I can comment and we can all participate together on discussion boards and blackboards, trying to help one another be more creative. Creativity is a group process, but class activities will be what they are. And the more I'm able to do, the more we're able to do, the less each one is worth. So that if you miss 1, 2, 3, it's not going to cost you that much. Okay, if I only did 10, they'd all be worth 10, and that would be really scary. So my objective is to do more than 20. Okay, and it's not because of busy work. It has a couple of reasons. One, it's not like this class where you're just sitting and listening to me. You're activating whatever we're talking about. And then it's followed by, okay, you doing work, and I can observe and I can make comments and all that. But some things will just be short little activities. And when they're gone, they're gone. Okay? So I'm also trying to encourage you to be here, to participate, to be a part of it, so you can learn everything there is to learn. And it's 20% of your grade. So take it as you will. I suppose if we looked at 20% of the grade, if I did 20 of them, each time you miss one, it brings your grade, your score down by a point. Now, these will be marked. These will be marked on the basis of, number one, the percentage that you did. This is the highest part of it, is that you did them. Okay. Number two, did you follow my formatting? All right. Because I'm going to tell you right now specific things about formatting. I'm going to show you exactly how it works, which is also why I'm recording this. Okay. So you'll see exactly how it works. Then, in terms of formatting. And then third is I'm putting a new thing in all my rubrics, 15% of the marks, 15 marks on every project we do. Those 15 marks represent the difference between an A and a B and a C, all that kind of stuff. From my perspective, I need you to understand, if you do something exactly as I told you and you just do it, honestly, that's a C, because you did what I asked for. That's good. That's great. But that's average. If you take what I gave you and you do it really well, that's a B. But this 15% idea in the grade is that if you go above and beyond, find new ideas, are super creative in doing it, and really do the job, then that 15% represents the innovators, represents your creativity and really your extra effort. So the loss of it doesn't kill you to a B if you do everything I ask, but it is part of it. Everybody does some innovation to a certain point, I would hope. But so what I want to show you now is we're going to go into, this is our class. Remember, if it's black, if I ever post it up here and it's red, that's the other class. So these will be inside discussions. Okay, there's no forum here. So I am going to create a forum. And it is going to be called Activity 1. Activity 1. So what I want you to do is you are going to title your threads, your responses, your posts related to this forum. You are going to call it, in this case, Activity 1. I want you to name the activity. The system itself will give me your name. You don't need to give me your name. These will predominantly be individual. And even if you do a group thing, I want you to submit as an individual. But this will be Activity 1. So what Activity 1 is, I'll have a description, is you will write some text. So just type hello. All right. Number 2. Okay, you will post a picture into your thread. 3, you will place a link to any YouTube video in your thread. So I will give you the explanation. That's what will happen. This is my example. And by doing this, you're doing the first activity. Okay, so there that is. All right, I will make this. Yeah, yes. Was that a
Professor,
question?
sorry to interrupt. Yes, I'm asking if this should be done today.
Yeah, we're doing it now, today. And I'll give you some
All right.
extra time. Yeah, so since you're on your computer, hopefully, you can open it up. And if you got to get someplace, I'm going to give you an extra hour or so. I need to make sure everybody knows how to do this. But this is demonstrating exactly how this works. So,
Sir, can I example?
huh?
How can we do it?
Okay, I'm showing you. I'm not sure what you mean.
Sir, it's lagging.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. You don't have your laptop?
And for this thread, how can we start on it?
Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to do one right now. I'm going to do my own post to show you how it works. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. All right, just making sure. So we'll let this go to 6 p.m. Okay, so that's the window, is now to 6 p.m. So if you're out and about, if you're on your phone, that gives you time to get to a laptop and get it done. So I am being conscious of that. All right, so you will be doing it. You create your own thread before you can do other things. All right, and then I do submit. And this is what I will do. None of what I just done, you will do. You won't do that. So here is Activity 1 as you see it. So I could go over here to course rubrics. I could come back here to discussions. There it is. Activity 1 is there. So in Activity 1, you will then click on Activity 1. So there, okay, so forum is Activity 1, create thread. All right, so there it is. Their description is there again. That's telling you exactly what you need to do. I am going to title my thread. You should title your thread Activity 1. You will write some text, so just type hello. So I'm going to say hello. Hello is the first word typed in a public demonstration on a Macintosh. And then when the fact that it used voice, which was brand new for a computer, it said hello. And so that's where it comes from. It's actually a pretty standard thing for programmers. So now I need a picture. One way I could get a picture is I could go to Google. If you don't have one, I could say, because I've told you, let's go coffee. So I'm going to search the word coffee. I'm going to go to images. Oh, look. Okay. So this is super coffee. Okay. I'll go there. Oh, yeah. Okay. So then I'm going to save that picture. So that's one way to do it. So I'll save the image as coffee. Oh, that says black coffee stock. That's fine. I'm going to put it on the desktop. And I'm going to save. So now I come back to creating the thread. Way down here at the end of all these icons is a plus sign. Is that a question, Sarah?
Yeah, we put a picture that present us or randomly.
You can have it random, whatever, because I'll show, because generally, I have a lot of pictures on my computers, so I could just throw one up there, but yeah, that's why I was showing you. Just go into Google and grab one, and then you can save it right out of the image search. So this plus sign then asks for me, and I can say insert. Is that a new hand, Masna? No, okay. All right.
No, I
So-
just didn't know it. Sorry.
Okay, okay. It just sent me a message up at the top saying, because I didn't notice it. So insert local files. In this case, I can go to desktop. There's black coffee. Okay, I open it. It now shows it to me. Okay, it's in the post. So I said, hello, I have a post. But the thing here is usually, now I'm working with a computer that's got like a 27-inch screen. And so it doesn't look that big to me. If you're working on your laptop or something like that, it could be overly large. So if I right click on this image, so I'm right clicking on the mouse, I can go to image. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the longest side 750. And I can put in an alternate description. Okay. I say save. Now it's a little smaller. Now, what I've asked you to do on the next thing is to give me a link. So the way we get a link is, so I'm going to go to this one. Okay. So Anuncio Coca-Cola. I'm going to go up to the address bar and I'm going to copy the link. All right. So I've copied the link. I come back.
We can use any link or
Any link. Yeah. This is just about learning how to do it. So that
okay.
the only things I will ask you for, I think the only things I'll ask you for are text. I will ask you for images, and I will ask you for links to videos. Okay, so if you can do these things. Now, the other thing is, do not do it in Word and then link it and put it in here, attach it. Okay, that is breaking the format rules. I want to be able to read it immediately right here in the post when you do text. Do it here. That's a formatting obligation. Okay. I need you to understand that. Since it's in the video, I feel good. Okay. If I ask you to do a PDF, then you can link a PDF in the same way you link a picture. And that means it's not going to show up here and I have to click on it. But I don't want Word or anything else unless a PDF is the only acceptable thing to be linked. And that's if I ask for it. Okay. And I will ask for it for reasons, etc. So now I go to this button. See this button here? It shows the sign of a link. Okay. So I'm just going to paste the URL. There it is. I'm going to give it the title, and I'm going to put Spanish. What Spanish? Coca-Cola. Animatic. All right. I like these to open in new windows. So I'm going to save. And there's the link. So then I do submit. It's up there. See, Masna's already done hers. If I go into mine, okay, there it all is. There's the picture, there's hello. And if I click on this link, there's that.
Meet Editor X, the world's most advanced website design platform.
Okay, there it is. That one. That's the one it is. Okay, so that's the one it is. So I go back, it's all there. So you guys, I mean, in the 4 minutes I've left. Okay, but that's how you do these. Name the file, the activity and its number. Okay, do not attach a Word document or even a PDF unless I've asked for it. Write the text on the post, on the thread. Okay, and then you've seen how it works, and that's about it. So you guys can go to work on this now if you want. If you've got another class, I understand that. This will stay open till 6. It will close at 6. It will just disappear.
Sir,
Yes.
about the picture, what is the width and
No, I just asked you to put it at 750.
750?
Whatever the longest number is, put it at 750. If it's smaller than 750, then just leave it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's fine. It's just 750 is a nice size because it's still kind of big-ish. But in fact, that picture is still, it's normal. It's still the size you brought it in at. It has that much information. So we'll talk more about that as we go. So that's where we all are right now. We'll put groups together. I'll talk about places you can choose. One group gets one place, no doubles, and there will be 6 groups. Something like that. Okay, maybe I'll go 7.
Sir, we
Yes.
choose our groups or
No,
we
I'm
make
going to choose your groups. I'm going to choose them. So we'll see how that works. Okay. All right. And at least right now we're online. So it's not like we could run around and talk to each other. But for right now, that's where we are. Okay. Everybody good? I'm going to choose the groups. We'll do that on Thursday. This is all you need to do before then. I tried doing attendance on Tuesday and earlier today, and it didn't work. So I will
Can I ask
check.
you something?
Yeah.
Sir, can we make for anything like a snow or a winter or something as we like? About the coffee. You do about the coffee, yes?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, when we get there, if that's good for advertising. Is-
Okay, sir, thank you.
Okay, got to explain. Okay. All right.
I'm done with.
Okay, yeah, so oftentimes this will be this easy. Okay, so
There, I have something.
yes, who, what?
When it says open link and we choose current window or new window.
Create thread. Is that what you're asking?
No. When I will insert the link, it says open link in current window or new
Okay,
window.
I like new window.
New window.
Yeah, that means this tab will stay open and then it opens this second tab.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
Sir, I'm sorry, but for the last time, can you show us how to put the link?
Sure. I'll even go into mine because and yours can as well. I can edit it. Okay, so now whoa. Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, I just figured something out. So this is the sprite animatic. Okay, so I will go into the address. I've copied I'm going to copy the link. So I just did edit, copy. I just did Command C. I come back over to my thread. I go to this link button. I do Command V, paste V. There it is. This is I'm going to tell in new window, that doesn't even show up, but there it is.
Okay, sir, thank you.
And if you hit return, it'll show up so people can see it. So that's kind of fun. I just learned that. So then you
Yeah,
just,
that's really cool. I
because
like
otherwise it just stays, the text. And I was trying to figure
Yeah.
that out from earlier. So I just learned something. All right, thanks guys. And I will sign up with WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Professor. Have a nice day.
Thanks, guys. All right, we'll see you guys later. Masna? Where did she go?
Yes.
Yeah, check your schedule. If I didn't send you an email, I just added you to something.
You did actually. I was gonna tell you that. Thank you so much for the quick responding. I really appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, I'm not responding to everybody like that, but whatever. Because I got to go through,
Thank you.
I'm going through under-enrolled people, but yeah, since I took you out of a class, I need to help you. So, okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.